What's up, folks? Richie, Six String Fun. Thanks for stopping by. Much appreciated. Let's take a look at a brand new one by Bon Jovi. Brand new. I think the single's been out for about a month or so. The new album is coming out, I think it's June. So about a month or so for the new album. But we're going to get into this tune called Legendary. Fun little catchy song, honestly. So I wanted to kind of get on this. And if you haven't seen the documentary yet on Hulu, I recommend it. It was a good watch. 4 pretty long episodes each, so it wasn't like, a 45-minute episode here and there. They were all pretty long, so it was kind of cool watching that. I really enjoyed it. Nice seeing how the band, made it to the top, being from New Jersey. It was just kind of cool seeing some of the sights and sounds that I'm familiar with up this way. So I'm North Jersey. They're considered Central Jersey, I guess, in my book. So we'll take a closer look at this one. Legendary, Bon Jovi. Again, if you haven't done so, again, really do appreciate the support. So if you're looking to support the channel, I've got some stuff for sale at the store, sixstringfun.com/shop. Some of the shirts that I have up for sale there. Portion of those proceeds are going to an animal shelter down in South Carolina where we got Kona a few years back. So trying to do what we can here to help each other out. So take a look at this one. Legendary, Bon Jovi. Here we go. Okay, so right out of the gate, this is going to be tuned down a half step. I am tuned down a half step, so if you're in standard tuning and you're playing along, it's going to sound off because we're off by a half step, basically. But from what I've heard and seeing in the video, Legendary with the band, they're playing these standard shapes and chord shapes. And to do that, they, with what I'm hearing, it's got to be tuned down a half step. So, but the chord shapes are pretty straightforward. If you can play them. D, we got a G. We got an A, and I think there's a suspended 2 in there as well, but just figure an A chord. There is a B minor. Always a fun one if you don't like bar chords. And I believe there is an E minor in there as well, I think, for the pre-chorus. But that's pretty much it for the most part. The intro does have a cool little arpeggiated piece there. I'll show you how to do it. I'm still trying to get the hang of it because it's a tricky way to fret it. And really what the intro comes in on this, it's really a bass line. It's a bass run. So if we're looking at, we're half step down. I'm using we're in D flat basically with this. This first chord is a D flat. But let's just say we're in standard, right, for the sake of just optics. We're going on the 4th string, open, 2, 4, 5. And I don't think it comes back up, it just repeats. And while we're doing that, we're arpeggiating the chord and just kind of playing that we're moving the root basically is what we're doing. So the way I would do this is if you're playing a standard D shape like this, I would actually keep my finger anchored there. I would move my middle finger into that place where I typically have the ring finger, right there. So instead of doing that, I'm doing this because it will help me run the bass line. All right. So it's going to start off on the open note, and I think what I'm hearing is, and what I'm doing is open. So it's 4, 3, 2. Whoop, 4, 3, 2. So open 4, 3, 2. I'm counting strings now. Open on the 4th string. We're going to the 3rd string, 2nd string. All right, but I'm going to move this finger now to be in that place of the ring finger. So it'll go. And I'm going to bring this finger up to now play that root note on the 2nd fret of the 4th string. All right. It's kind of tricky, and I'm just kind of showing you. It will sound off if you're not used to this. But what I'm doing is, again, open. And then when I get to that 3rd move, so it'll be 1, 2. I'm going to shift everything now into a D chord, and you're probably more familiar with that shape. So, open, whoop, open, 2nd fret, 4th fret, and then my pinky's going to become an extension here to the 5th fret. So very, it could be difficult if you're not used to these shapes. Kind of just hear it ascending and descending. And for that last one, when I'm on that root of the 5th fret, I kind of just tag it at the end, coming back up the strings. So in slow motion. One more time. All right, you'll hear that in the intro, and then I think you're going to hear it kind of later in the song with the break. I mean, I'm sure it's being played underneath some of these chords as well. There's a lot of layers to the song, it sounds like. So you'll hear it. And I believe the intro's played twice. You're going to go around twice, and then it kind of goes to the like the whole the vocals come in, the background vocals, and it's going to be a D. Again, D shape. We're a half step down. D shape. G shape, B minor, to the A, to a G, to an A. So that's kind of the intro. It's also going to be the verse, and it's also the chorus chords too. So, you're kind of knocking a few things out here with one group of chords, basically, right? So... So those are the chords. So, and it's kind of got a driving beat to it. So you really can just listen to it. You'll hear it. But listen for the dynamics. It kind of comes in big on that. The intro, it'll be big on the chorus, and then the verse we kind of bring it down. But it's the same chord. So it's D for 2 measures, D shape for 2 measures, G shape for 2 measures. Then we go B minor, I should say, B minor, A, G, A. I kind of dig that progression at the very end because you could land on that G for 2 measures, which would typically is kind of what your ear what's going to tell you it should do, but he goes back to that A shape, which I like. It just sounds good to me. I don't know. It just sounds good. So we'll go into the verse. Right? And I think the verse will go around twice. We get to the pre-chorus, okay? This is where we change up the chords a little bit. We go to a G, to that D shape with the bass on the 2nd fret, to the E minor, walk it back to that D shape with that bass in the 2nd fret, and I believe it's an A suspended 2 from back to the A, so it'll sound like this. One more time. So G shape, D shape with the F sharp in the bass, E minor, back to that D shape with the bass in the 2nd fret, to an A sus 2, I believe it's a suspended 2, to the A, and then we go back. So again, dynamics. We're doing this. So for the pre-chorus, you want to be somewhere in the middle here, if not a little bit lower. Chorus kicks in. Right? It's going to repeat it again. And again, looking at the video, these are the shapes that they're playing from what I can see. And I think make it your own here. You can play those open chords, but I'm pretty sure you can kind of get some bar chords just to kind of give it another layer of something here. So if I want to do the chorus, maybe the back end of the chorus, we'll start on that D shape to the G shape, B minor to the A. So you can kind of get that the lower notes and slide back into that A. That's how I might do it if I was playing it live. Something, make it your own. That's what these videos are all about. We're not going to go note for note. We're going to get the foundation, and we're going to make it our own, basically, okay? And verse, pre-chorus, chorus We're going to go back into the verse again. We repeat everything. And then at some point, we're coming back into that intro, that break. The break is going to be basically the intro that we heard. Whoop. When I get it right. Right, and I'm again, some bum notes in there, but the bass line is. And then just throw the chord in there. Right, so that's kind of the foundation for it. And the song's going to continue. All these pieces that we went over, that's in the song, so you know it already. It's just a matter of listening to the song. Really catchy. It's been a moment since I kind of felt that there was a catchy song back in the arsenal with Bon Jovi. So give it a shot. See how you do. I think it's a fun one. I think it'll be a great one especially if you're doing like acoustic solo or a duo. You can throw a new song into your set list by an artist most people would know, right? So give it a shot. I enjoyed it. Comments below as usual. There's always a couple really good ones in there. So I doubt there'll be no shortage of that in this one. So enjoy it. We'll see you on the next.